Okay, I'm here. This is the start of the football season. God, I gotta clean off this desk. And I hope you guys can hear me. Mode's in here, cool. See what we got. Got Doug Cops. Got Mode. Got a few people. If you are watching on Facebook, come over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube. It's better stuff. And I guess I gotta put my headphones on. I'm telling you, check one, check one. I'm telling you that by the time I get to this time of the week, I'm dead tired. So that's why Thursdays used to be nap days. Thursdays used to be nap days because, like I said, I would have my Wednesday show, and I'd be tired as balls. But starting next week, I'm not going to have the doubles on Wednesday. Oh, no. No. No doubles on Wednesday. So, nice pass. Nice pass. So I guess on Wednesday I will be able to go to sleep earlier, so maybe I won't be tired as balls on Thursday, because starting next Thursday, and please remember this, okay? The NFL Nation live show, which was on Wednesdays at 9 o'clock, is going to Thursdays at 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 Pacific. A little early for you Pacific folks. 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, starting next Thursday. Because what we're going to do is, and the we is the royal we of myself, Ref Guru, and some guy named Violator. I'm not sure if you know him. We're going to do a lead-in to the Thursday night football. Now, having said that, there's still going to be some time between the end of our show and the beginning of the football, right? So, and I have also, remember, I do my shows at 9, right? Oh, nice pass. So I'm already here. I'm already going to be dressed. I'm already going to be behind the screen. So one thing that people have been, I don't want to say bitching, but it's pretty much. People have been bitching about it, say, Cam, we can't cuss. Well, you're not supposed to when I'm on Roku. So what I'm going to do is this. From 8 o'clock Eastern ish, or when we stop with the NFL Nation live show, I might take a little break, get something to drink, kind of like what I did a little bit ago, which is why I was a little bit late getting back behind the seat, and get a drink, and then from that point on until 9 o'clock Eastern time, when I would have my normal show, which popped in, right? I'm going to have a cussing show. Because all the people that just, oh my God, they got to cuss. And I'm talking specifically to Anthony Provencio. I'm talking to JT. And JT doesn't do it deliberately. JT doesn't do it deliberately. But who I see Facebook user. Hope to see you. I'm not sure who the oh, wait a second. Let me see who the Facebook user is, because I don't monitor Facebook when I'm doing the show. Maybe I should. Hang on a second. Hello, Facebook user. Hello to you. I'll get over there. Maybe I can see who that is. Oh, get the ball, bastard. And by the way, I haven't seen any of the game. I was getting a Peacock ready. So, okay. Yeah. Go to. No, I don't want. I don't want to do that. I want to be on my profile. There we go. So let's see who this is. It says Facebook user. Oh, I can't see it. It says Facebook user. Facebook user, I can't see who it is. I'm sorry. I went to Facebook to try to see who it is. It says, hope to see you in December. I don't know who it is. I apologize, but I hope to see you in December too. Who is Facebook user? Who is that? Jack K. Cat, you live when you live when there's KC versus Lions. So yeah, I'm a cuss like a sailor is a thing. I get it. This is not a repeat. No, Jack, it's not going to be a repeat. Oh, it's Dottie. Okay. Hi, Dottie. Dottie, I hope to see you too. I haven't seen Dottie. I saw you. What was it? The last. Oh my God! You're driving and you get a effing fumble. Who is that? Campbell's pissed. I like Dan Campbell. Let's see. Yep, the old helmet on the football. I missed the beginning of the show because again I was in. Actually, I was still taking my nap. I woke up at like 8. What was it 8:15? Yeah, I needed rest. So I woke up at 8:15. Captain, you calling out the KC? Yeah, I'm here. I'm not calling it. What do you want me? You want me to do? It's 7-7, and the Lions just fumbled deep in Kansas City territory, and so the Lions gave up the ball, and Campbell is pissed. There you go. You're caught up. So anyway, hang on. And yeah, Dottie, I hope to be out freezing balls in Kansas City. I hope to be out in Kansas City freezing balls for Christmas. So I hope to see you too. So, but I'm on. But yeah, that's why I said, hey, come on over to YouTube, Dottie. It'd be good to see you over on YouTube. Captain My calling out the KC versus. When you calling out, you mean play-by-play? Not really. But now I got the Dottie Bell. Okay. As I promised you, I won't call the coach that name. Good. Okay. See, I disagree with that too. Why are you calling him Shady McDaniels? Why? Why, Jack? What did he do that's shady? If you're talking about the crap that's going on with Chandler Jones has an issue. He has an issue. You're gonna come find out later on, because they didn't say anything. They're treating him with kid gloves, because I think, and this is only my opinion, okay? This is only my opinion, but I think that Chandler has had a breakdown of sorts, okay? I think he's had a breakdown of sorts. The thing that sucks is how they're going to handle the contract, like what Matt was talking about. Conduct detrimental could be. Maybe they come up with something where they cut him and it doesn't throw that money against us, because that's money we could use. Okay, I'm just letting you know. I do not call him shady. You can, I mean, you can call him, but I'm just say you can just say, oh, he moved, he moved, he moved. Where's the flag? The right tackle moved quicker, but Kermit didn't get a first down. Thank God. Yeah, if they do conduct detrimental, yeah, that'd be good. I can see that. It's fine, demental to the team that, hey, if the guy had a breakdown, just like people have had breakdowns, and it saves the Raiders money, that's not shady. That's smart, and it gets him the help he needs. It gets him the help he needs, and it's positive for the Raiders because it saves the Raiders money that they can go out and get some help. Why is that shady? That's not shady. That's smart. Going for a fake punt on your 20 against the Chiefs was a gutsy call. Is that what happened? I didn't see the beginning of the game. The first thing that I saw after I installed Peacock, and don't get me started on that. The first thing I saw was that the Lions kicked off to the Chiefs after their touchdown. Shady does this with all the time. Okay, Jack, you know what? F you. I don't care. I care about it's about this. It's about the shield. It's about how the team does. And if the team doesn't play for him, then they will suck. And if they suck, then it's McDaniels' fault. But don't do your crap. And I like you, Jack. You know I do. You're my brother. But F you. Your opinion, my opinion. Okay? It's about the team. It's about the shield. It's about doing what's best for the team. If the team puts out, if the team works, if the team is a good team, it's because of the coaching and the players together. Yeah, Rob, same thing with me. That's the only reason why I had to download Peacock because my DirecTV lost the NBC affiliate. So I spent $60. Pardon me. I spent $60 for Peacock for the year. Right. So I used that. $60. It was second. I thought it was already third down. They're moving. They're moving. They're moving. And they're not calling a legal procedure. If the Lions did a fake punt, really? Did the Lions did a fake punt on their 20? That would be cool. I didn't see that. Like I said, the first thing I saw was the kick off. The kick off. The 12 is looking pretty good. Yeah. And they would have had another score had the guy not fumbled. Right now, it should be minimum 10-7. Should be minimum 10-7. And there's 3-4. Okay, so it's a half. And I haven't seen any of the game. Now I am since I'm sitting here. So I missed the beginning. John Goodman. Thank you, John Goodman. Captain, I'm about the team. It's the team in the shield. But when the leader is doing it, this is a way bigger. You don't know that yet. You don't know that yet. Have we played a game this year? Have we played a game this year, Jack? The answer is no. Official game. If one person has an issue with him, by the way, I honestly think that Chandler Jones is having a mental issue. He has had, in my estimation, a breakdown. Did you see the stuff that he had on IG that was since removed? He's not there. And if he's not there, and the Raiders want to save money and help the team, you go conduct detrimental and you get your money back. And oh, by the way, they just re-upped and reconstituted Garoppolo's contract. So now we're $10 million under the cap. And we would get Chandler Jones's money if it goes through, whatever that is, which is, I think it's like $5 or $6 million, right? So don't call him shady. What shady is, block him. Oh, it should have been a reception. What is that? Oh, now it's 3rd and 5. Okay. What shady is what Indianapolis did when they gave him a bait and switch when he went out there. Okay. And by the way, Jack, what is the Raiders' number one rule? What's their number one rule other than just win, baby? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying hard enough. Right? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying hard enough. And if they get away with getting his salary dumped because of, and I firmly believe he is having a mental issue and conduct detrimental, then that's the best way to handle it. Think about it, Jack. You're a Raider fan. The texts were from August 18 where they're playing against the 49ers during practice, so it's been ruined for a little while. Okay, I don't know. Players didn't vote Chandler Jones as the cap, so I think there is more going on than we know about. Well, that's the team. The team didn't vote for Chandler Jones as a captain. That should tell you something. If he was a captain last year, in his first year, and now in his second year, they said, "Hey, buddy, you ain't captain." That should tell you something. And remember, he was on a milk carton most of last year. He was on a milk carton. You had to find it. He showed up for I think parts of 3 games. Parts of 3 games, not even 3 full games. Parts of 3 games. I'm parched. Kansas City gets the ball back. Get his ass. Oh, my God. So there's a 2-minute warning. Who had the ball first? He's coming at you live. Thank you there, Richard Davis. Who got the ball first? Tyree Wilson will be better than Jones anyway. I think he gives us more to off. Thank you. That's true. But he needs to be eased in because he's coming off an injury. He didn't have a lot of time to practice. Didn't have a lot of ingratiating time. And I definitely think Malcolm Kuntz is going to be. I think he's finally got it. This is his 3rd year. Next man up. Thank you. I agree. And salute to you, Anna. I'm bitching. I've been Jack and I have gone back and forth because he didn't call him nuts. I will not stand for that. But he's calling him shady. And like I said, it's Josh, right? Josh McDaniels is not a family member. I don't give him a free pass, but there are people that hate him. There are people that hate him. Why? Just because of the organization he came from? He can't change that. So I know you're a man with honor, being that got to say Shady was breathing so hard when he came on. I don't know. Breathing so hard when he came on? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see if there's a press conference or something that you see, I didn't see it. Thrash says he's shady. Hey, I don't care. I don't care in reality. What I care about is wins and losses and how the team plays for you. Daniel says 6-1 odds in Vegas to be the first coach fired, tied with three others. Most bets are on him. Okay, well, like I said, I don't care. I don't care. Here's the thing, though. Okay, hold him. Hold him. Hold him. Oh, should have been a pick. Good coverage. Good coverage. Both the season hype video and press con, he can barely speak. He's breathing so hard. Okay. Excuse me. This means that, I know that I breathe hard when I walk into work each morning because I'm not in shape. At the press con. Maybe the rookie is beating him out. He's mad about it. Jones get paid a lot for not much himself. You can drop him and save a few money. Yeah, thank you, Rob. Rob gets it. Get his ass. There you go. Keep running the clock. He got like a big 3 yards. Was it like 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8? I like Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn's like I said, Jack. Jack, I don't have a lot of time and during the day, I barely have a chance to. I didn't even know what was going on for a while. There's one website that I monitor that when I'm allowed to get his ass. He's short. He's short. And I don't see Kelsey, so I'm sure. Oh, well, come on. What? Holding? Oh, that's Hussey. Good. Yeah, back their ass up. I think they're backing them up because might have been close to a first down. Oh, that's major holding. That's mugging. That's molestation. That's molestation. I ain't holding. That's molestation. That's stuff that's illegal in a couple states. As long as the team focuses on the game, could care less about what. Thank you, Anna. It's true. It's about the shield. It's about the team. 3rd and 17. And again, I haven't seen anything really. I haven't really seen a lot of the game. I said I missed the first 2 touchdowns. I was doing the show here when I saw the fumble, so I kind of know what's going on since the fumble. Oh, and I appreciate it, Jack. I do. I appreciate it, and I'm glad. And here's something you won't hear me say and admit to. And I hate saying it, but I'm glad Kelsey isn't playing. Not because I despise him and the Chiefs, but think about it. He could have possibly hurt his knee for the season, and I'm just talking as a person. Do I want him out for the season? Sure, But what I'm saying is that if he would have hurt his knee for the season, that would have been bad for him. Would have been bad for the Chiefs. But I'm glad that he at least figured out that I need to be here for the. Oh my God, who is that? That's Scantling. Oh my God, great throw. So this is the they are still driving. How many timeouts have they got? Oh my God, he's wide open. He's wide open. He's wide open. I have no clue. So whoever that was supposed to be. That was okay. Scanlon, that was a great catch, and then of course the throw to the tight end. You're supposed to be covered. They blew coverage. But where was it on the 4? Okay, here's the play-by-play. Okay, keep him out of the end zone. That was so easy, it's ridiculous. That was like the Travis Kelce touchdowns against us last year. 34 seconds. Left in the first half. And Detroit, like I said, or Detroit, as I say. And I was talking to my buddy Ed Winchell today. I talk to Ed pretty much every day. I said, Detroit, they could win this game. They could win this game. But either the officials or themselves, as in like the Lion organization, will do something that will prevent them from winning. Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying there, Matt, about the Kelce. They were all short touchdowns for 20 yards or 12. Was it 12? Nah, for 12 yards. Was it that? I thought it was like I knew it was less than 20. Thought it was like about 16. It doesn't matter. You had 4 touchdowns, less than 15 yards. Ridiculous. He looks like such a goob. Can't stand him. I can't stand Travis Kelce like I can't stand LeBron James. I give him his due. He's a fantastic football player with great skill. Just can't stand him. Can't stand LeBum James. Can't stand him. I'm not sure whether that what do you call it? Was this on Peacock too? What was it? Walker Renegade. Got to be more Peacock stuff. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad I spent $60 then. Anyway, I'm sure everybody wants to come with Boss. I'm sorry, not Bosa probably. Bosa's huge deal. Do you see Chris Jones getting paid by KC soon? No. I think Bosa just screwed Kansas City. I think Bosa screwed Kansas City because Chris Jones is like, look what he got. Look what he got. I don't think you're going to pay him anytime soon. He might be out. He might be out. Anyway, if you'd like to come in and talk, that would be nice. I know I've been bitching at Jack for a while. Hey, Ozzy. Salute, Cap. My bad, didn't you know live? Yeah. Regular Thursday show, buddy. And as I was saying, Ozzy, the NFL Nation Live is going to be starting next Thursday. Is at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. I'm not sure where that is in Ozzy land. probably 6 in the morning. I'm thinking if it's 12 hours, and then from it's going to be about an hour and a half, and then I'm going to take a quick break. Then I'm going to broadcast a cussing show. Not that I'm just going to go cuss, but I'm going to say if you come in, you need to cuss, then then you can cuss on that show because at 9, the regular Roku show where you shouldn't cuss will be on. What up, Captain? Hey, hello there, Facebook user. Not sure who that is. I'm being invaded here. Punches. Oh, okay. My boss was talking about. Okay. For all those that are going to Buffalo, as I'm talking to my boss there, my one boss. Oh, the 34 seconds. Let's get a score. Timeout. Take a timeout. Okay. As well. Um, Shannon Sharp, Antonio Gates, and Kelsey, all Raider killers. Their stats against the Raiders are all Hall of. Yeah, fine. It doesn't that suck? Doesn't that suck? What score are you predicting for Denver and Raiders this Sunday? I think it's gonna be close. I think the Raiders are gonna win, but it's gonna be close. Denver always plays us tough, and it's because they have good defense. If our defense improves, because I don't think that damn it, if our defense improves, then maybe we're better against their offense this year. Yeah, I'll see you in Buffalo, whoever that Facebook user is. Says, what up, Captain? Uh, I gotta see who that is. I'll see you in Buffalo. I don't know who that is. Facebook user, come over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube. See, yeah, I can't see the comments. I'm redoing it. Maybe I'll see the comments this time. Show the comments? No, show the comments. Damn it. Okay, 3rd and 1 on the 35. Okay. Get the first down. There you go. On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball. Spike, 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 spike. On the ball, spike it, spike it, spike it, spike it, spike it. There you go. Okay. 9 seconds on the 43. You have, I can't see how many timeouts. I think they have one. I think they have one left. Am I right? If they got one left, you can throw, but it's going to be like a patterns that where you have to go out of bounds. I can't see how many timeouts they have, unless they don't have any timeouts, and that's why there's no white. Anyway, okay, back. Oh, perfect pass too. I don't know who that receiver is, but he should have caught the ball. He should have caught the ball. 5 seconds. Do it again. Should have been a catch. So you got I don't know whether they're no. This ain't a all or nothing. This is a get you closer for a long field goal type of play, at least in my estimation. Okay, who's that? Oh, Karlaftis. Karlaftis is a very good player. Um, who's coming in? I give Carl a shot at this. Yeah, I know. Raiders need to stop laying their foot off the damn gas. I agree. I agree. If you want to come into the show, you want to talk about what's going on. And Jack, I said I'm just so what's the word I'm looking for? It's like I, bent. Are they trying for? Oh, okay. So now they're doing their gadget play, and that's the end of the half. Okay. There you go. There's the links. You want to come into the show? It's halftime, and like I said, from what I have seen, like I said, from what I have seen, the Lions are playing real well. So I take it that Kansas City gets the ball back or gets the ball in the second half. I'm thinking, does Kansas City get the ball in the second half? I don't know. Sertan can't cover Adams, and even if he does, Renfro Myers can eat him up. Jimmy G likes stuff over the middle, and the latter can benefit. Yeah, like I said, there's no reason why. There's no reason why the Raiders should not get a victory on Sunday. Wow, it's only in a couple days, and I'm not going to be there, which is rare. So I'm not going to stay home because I don't have the Sunday ticket. So for the first time in years, for the first time in years, why didn't that show up, Rob? I don't know why that's not showing up. Maybe I'll redo it. Um, these are on Peacock, right? Okay, I guess. Oh, that's the yeah. No, I mean, so $60. I don't know why your comment's not showing up, Rob. I can see it in here, but I can't see it over in YouTube. But that's okay. But like I said, and by the way, share this up. Share this up, please. If you want to come into the show, somebody wants to come into. Please tell me somebody wants to come into the show. Please tell me. But it's entertaining. It's entertaining. Hey, Clayton. Clayton is my and I'll be kind. I'll be kind. Clayton is my Bronco fan, and if you're on Facebook, or sorry, if you're on YouTube, you can't see it. He's a Facebooker. Thanks, Clayton. Um, he firmly believes that the Broncos will win. Yeah, yeah. I agree with you, sir. He says, "Go Lions!" Yeah. And again, I missed basically the first half. I missed the first half, but I did finally. And here's the thing that was upsetting me is it took me a while. Didn't I buy that already? Oh my goodness. Didn't they have like what the orders I had before? Yeah, yeah, because I thought I bought that. Bought one time. Oh, I thought I bought it twice. Anyway, why it says I bought it once. I didn't bought it twice. I have to go and I thought I bought yeah, I thought I bought that twice. If it's 20 something bucks, I'll forget it. Anyway, whoa man, I tell you, magnets are strong. Anyway, they just showed the oh, okay. Let me oh can you go thank you. Now let me go back. Okay. Thank you for letting me know that. Okay. Oh, there. I guess I went back too far. Okay. Okay. I'm looking for it, Matt. Okay. So they just showed the. Okay. I'm looking for it. I'm not good at predictions there, honestly. Clayton, I don't know. Okay, rolling the die. Okay, here we go. Oh, it was yeah under 20. Good. That was a good play. Life without Chris Jones. Okay. Let's see here. So there's plenty of room. There you go. Yeah, because they got room. They can run. Like I said, Chris Jones is a vital part of their defense. Vital part of their defense. So fake punt fuels 14 play 91-yard drive. Okay, let me get back. Let me get caught up. So okay, I'm back to. Oh yeah, right in time for a commercial. Okay. Anyway, that was cool for a fake punt. Good for the donkey. Don't see that and think it'll be close, but D will get the third down stops this year that they need. I see. I agree with that, Rob. And won't have a quarterback that throws it out of bounds every 3 plays and actually tries to. Yeah, that's about our and good riddance. Good good riddance to Derek Carr. I'm looking forward to the AFC West war being in the same living room with my donkey loving husband on Sunday. Oh yeah, well that's right. Danny had. Oh, you're going to have two wars this year. Actually, three, because China is married to her husband is a donkey fan and a fish fan and a fish fan. So two donkey wars and then a fish war. And again, I don't predict score. I say I know it's going to be a good game. I think PS2 and Adams will be great. PS2 wins this round though. Two PS2. I don't who's PS2. Oh, Patrick Surtain. No, I think Patrick Surtain is a fantastic player, but I think Devontae Adams is better. And Adams schooled him last year. Adams schooled him, and that is the truth. Surtain might play better, but remember when you got a wily vet, you got a wily vet. I agree to disagree. All good, man. And I appreciate you too, Clay. Clayton's a good guy, and people in the chat we kind of talk. Yeah, I know. You, Clayton, I said I get along with Clayton. I get along with obviously Richie Rich. I get along with DZ for as a Charger fan. Biggie Bronco can suck my balls. There's a guy that comes on for the Wild West show. For those that don't, by the way, why aren't you watching the Wild West shows? Biggie Bronco is an a-hole. He is an a-hole. He said he was busting my balls. He was no. There's banter like me and Clayton, or excuse me, was it Clayton and I, proper English? There's banter and there's like little back and forth, but he's an asshole. I thought you, by the way, China. I thought you separated the rooms when you guys played each other. I thought you were in one room and Danny was in the other room. I thought that's what you did. That's what. Wow. But hey, good for you. And Dakota is China's support dog. Dakota probably knows when it's a Raiders donkey game. But anyway, nobody wants to come in and talk. Nobody wants to come in. I put the link up. My plans for the weekend is well tomorrow. Tomorrow. By the way, if you miss the NFL Nation live, if I'm broadcasting NFL Nation live on Roku on Fridays, if I can catch it. That'll be every Friday will be a rebroad again. If I can do it, every Friday should be a rebroadcast of the NFL Nation live show on Roku, and I can always do the like a Wild West redo, but I come in and see that. But come in and watch NFL Nation live. Come in and watch Wild West. I'm Saturday. I was gonna say I might go. I might go up to Gainesville to watch the Gators play. Maybe. Not likely, but maybe. Man, they got out coached and played horrible against Utah. But I'll eat and I'll watch on Sunday. I will go to the sports bar and watch the game. Bills Jets Monday must watch. Yeah, maybe. I mean, honestly, and it was because of Al Michaels, and it's one of those things that because I have the volume down, right? Because Michaels and Collinsworth do the show on this broadcast, right? They do this broadcast. It's like Michaels and Chris Collinsworth. I used to not watch. And then they went over. So, okay, yeah, this is the Sunday Night Football crew. I can't stand Al Michaels and I can't stand Chris Collinsworth. Can't stand him. Negative Cap, not when he's barbecuing outside this Sunday. We'll have the TV on it. Oh, okay. Barbecue. Oh, man, I love that. One of these days when I'm retired and hopefully not in the ground. And I mean that. I'm not trying to be morose, but hopefully one of these days when I'm retired and not in the ground, I'm gonna go visit people. I'm gonna have like my trailer I have my trailer that I'm going to buy. That'll be my last big debt, and of course my truck. Obviously, I will have that paid off hopefully by then. My big bill is going to be my trailer. Yeah, I thought Kansas City would get the ball. That's right. Was going to the game, but I have family haven't seen in years, so I love my sports. But family is family. I'm definitely yeah. That's good for you, Clayton. I mean, as far as family, and I call them. Actually, I haven't. One thing I have to do is get a hold of my. She's my stepdaughter. I call her my daughter. Need to get a hold of my stepdaughter. And come on, man, really? And see how she's doing on the because I need to have my taxes filed. But let me do that. Hang on. There you go. God. I might, if my daughter hasn't done them already. I might have to do my taxes by myself. No, you're busy. But what is the status of my taxes? But was just asking a status for my taxes for our taxes. Yeah, because that's her mom. But let's see if Detroit. See, so it's almost 10, so it's almost 7 o'clock there. She's out in California. Anyway, they need a shovel to get Pacheco off the turf. Well, I must have missed that hit. Chandler Jones messing up my football mode. Well. Like I said, and like I said, Jack has his opinion. Good play. Good play. I'll tell you, the Lions' defense is good. Chandler Jones, like I said, if and again, I don't harbor ill will towards Chandler Jones, and that I don't is that I just think that, like I said, people are saying X, Y, and Z, but I think he has I think that he is suffering from medical issues. Great coverage. Great coverage. We're my buddy Jack's on. We're gonna go to Jack. Off the subject from Wisconsin, love my Badgers, Bucks, Brewers, Avalanche, and Bleeding Orange, Denver Broncos. Yeah. Hey, Clayton, I got to ask you, and then maybe you can tell. Okay, so you're from Wisconsin. I think I said that right. Even did it with the proper accent. Um, is what made you a Broncos fan when you're from up there? When you're in like Packer Central? That's what I want to know. Badgers, Bucks, Brewers. Okay, Avalanche are in there too. So there's got to be a Denver connection. Okay, we're gonna turn on to Jack. We're gonna bring Jack in here so that you say that I'm not a total a hole towards him. Not a total a hole. And besides, Jack's phone's usually on like 3%. So I want to get him in here before his phone dies. Jack, what's your phone status, brother?
36%. So I'm good, Cap. I just wanted to
36%.
hop on here because you've been doing this all solo. So I want to come out and support my brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. See,
Yeah.
Jack and I don't hate each other, but we get
No.
heated. We get heated. We get heated in our discussion. And like I said, I don't understand. I don't understand the shady. If McDaniels and Ziegler are and the team, let's go all the way. If the team has come out and done everything above board, they're not doing anything HIPAA wise that can get them sued. Because I firmly believe, and I said this yesterday. Did you watch yesterday on Wild Wild West? I said this is a health issue.
Oh, I admit, Cap, I'm sorry, brother. I love the Wild Wild West. It's one of my favorite shows that I watch out of anything. I love
Yeah.
hearing all the different opinions, and all the hosts are great hosts. I had to get new tires put on my truck, so I
That's
missed
fine.
it.
No,
And
what
that's why I missed the last 20 minutes of your show, because after I got my tires put on my Tundra, it's like the engine light came on. So I have a friend who works for Toyota,
yeah.
and I spent the last 20 minutes talking to him about it. Like, what it is, it's nothing big, it's minor. But I missed the
Okay.
last 20 minutes of your show, so I apologize about that.
It's fine.
But you know
That's
what?
why when it's on YouTube, you can always go back and watch.
Always. I don't always tap, like you said, you don't have time to go watch that stuff. I watch what is live. When I'm on, it's what is live. And you and I are always there at the same time. So great timing. Don't change your shows. I think that's great. So
Well, NFL Nation Live is changing starting next Thursday, though.
well, it's about your shows. What time do you do your shows? With the Wild Wild West and Ref and Violator. So it's like, I'm always want to be there for both shows, but
yeah, I appreciate that.
I'm there for you, brother. So I don't. Okay, so every Raiders person watches their own shows, and you get different opinions. And so I'm feeling like right now. Okay, I'm not going to say the word. I promise you. I give you that respect. But this is a new word. It's McShady, because I feel like he's trying to get off that contract. Detrimental to the team. So if you can shed that huge salary cap, okay, you said earlier, you can see that. It's like, oh, that'd be great. Then we got all that money. I love that. But I don't love the principle as Raider Nation. We don't do that to our do that. And yet,
well, actually, here's the thing though. If he hadn't done all that he did, and I'm talking Chandler Jones, right? If he hadn't done, not all of that. It's like, oh, I ain't playing for McDaniels and Ziegler. I want to play for. He used the N word with Graham, the Ivy League N word, right? He said the Ivy League N word, right? He said it. So if he said that, that's not respectful. And then the other thing is that he had the audacity when he was doing the video, which is why I think he has a screw loose and being kind. He's like, oh, look at they're sneaking up on, or it's something. The guy's not right. The guy's not right, and he's not being the most. At least when Jacobs did it, he did it like with like words that you could take like both ways type stuff, and it was double entendres or things that were kind of sketchy, not for sure you couldn't peg it down to like what is the meaning of this. Okay, it was murky.
Let's talk about both those situations.
It was murky.
Let's hammer out Jacobs, because Jacobs will be pretty quick. Like they talked about like meeting in the middle, and he wanted something more. He wanted to prove like running backs are worth more, so he got a little bit more than the running back from New York. So he improved the status. So he improved the status. So he felt satisfied
Hi,
with that.
Pink. Go ahead, Jack. I was just saying hi to Pink Panther.
Oh, okay. I saw you waving. So hi, Plink. It's like, then we go to Chandler Jones, and then all this craziness is coming on. I got a lot of questions. It's like, it's crazy. It's like, I don't know the whole story. I'm not the expert. I'm just trying to learn what's going on. So why would you call the baby mama who hasn't had any relationship with in over 5 years and calling her? Why would
Okay,
you
who?
not?
Who? Whoa, 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 whoa! Go back.
The
What are you
Raiders.
talking about?
I'm
What are you
talking the
talking about?
Raiders. The Raiders. I don't know who. The Raiders called her. His
Okay.
baby mama.
All right. Time. You said the Raiders called who? And
His
what's the source?
ex.
What's the source?
I don't have any sources.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You're saying that the Raiders did something, and you said you don't have a source. If you
I
know
don't have
about
a
it,
source.
no, 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 no,
I'm
no,
not.
no. But if you're reciting it, you said I saw, or I read, or I heard.
I did read. I did
Okay,
read this. I
what's
read
the
the
source?
Raiders articles.
What's the source?
I don't know the source.
Okay, that's my point.
But I
That's
mean,
my
that's
point.
what he is. That's what he posted. Chandler Jones.
Okay.
And then they bring on the lady.
Okay. Let's go by this one by one. Okay, Mode, I got you. Mode. We're gonna have a. It's gonna be a while, but if you want to come back, that's fine because I know Jack and I are gonna go back and forth. But thank you for being here. Okay. So you're saying that Chandler Jones said that the Raiders contacted my baby mama.
Yes,
That's what you're saying, right?
that's what
Okay.
CJ said.
So look what the source is. The source is a gentleman who is
The source
from
is
all
Chandler
from
Jones.
all right. From all accounts, the source is somebody that looks like he's having a mental episode. Right?
Well, apparently it's like, I don't know. It's like, Chandler Jones is a well-respected player. The last time they had anything crazy was like in 2016, smoking some weed that had something weird in it.
So
But besides then, he's a reputable player, and he's from New England, and
so
he's
he
like,
has
and then he
so
signed
he
him to
has
a
a history.
$51 million
So he has a
contract.
history. So he has a history.
Yeah, it's like what I'm saying, Cap, is like what I see, what has happened to player after player. We can, yes, what I would love to like get rid of Chandler Jones' contract as being a selfish Raiders fan versus like, you have employment, right? You have an employer and that does the same thing to you and can just do something bad to you. Do they have the right to do that? No. Because you know what? We all have to live our lives and support our bills. But
Hearsay. And
okay, it's hearsay. So then we got the hearsay with Carr. We got the hearsay with Darren Waller. We got the hearsay with like a lot of the top players that that McDaniels, Shady does now. It's like that's it comes from the top when your organization shows stuff like you're being shady to your players. You're not going to attract other players coming years forward. Yes, pump that arm because you know what? That is right. I want
the Lions just got to pick six, Jack. The Lions just got to pick six. That's why I'm pumping my arm.
Okay. Then yes, go Lions. I'm wearing their blue right now. So go Lions.
Why do you think I'm wearing blue? Why do you think I'm wearing blue?
It looks black on the channel, but
no, it's a denim dark blue. Point is that what I'm going to tell you, Jack, is this: look at the people you're talking about. Okay. Cooper had an issue with Gruden, right? So did 50 who, right?
Mac.
50 who.
Mac.
50 who? 50 who and Cooper had an issue with Gruden. And what happened to them? They were packed out. I don't want anybody playing for my team that doesn't want to be here. Okay? That's bottom line. I don't care who you are. If you are the best player on my team and then all of a sudden you don't want to play for me, I don't want you on my team, Jack. I don't.
No, I can't disagree with that. So, when Chandler said that was a very disappointment. But at the same time, I'm like, what? We don't know the story. I'm like, it's going to be a very interesting story.
Right. And like I said, did you see this? He has a history of having a breakdown. Okay? He has a history of having
where's that history coming from and who's supporting it?
No, is facts. If you look at the police reports, he had a breakdown in New England where he went to the police station half naked and incoherent.
Was that in 2016?
Whenever it was before he was traded to the Cardinals. He has a history of having a breakdown. Okay, now apparently from what I was saying or from what it was said, and this is the hearsay, it was apparently hearsay, I don't know exactly, was from Bad Spice. Okay, from Bad Spice. It wasn't even good dope. It was from Bad Spice. So he had a breakdown, goes into the police station, and was half naked. He clenched his hands like when they do about ready to arrest you. And then he went to a praying thing and was praying. So he has a history of instability. Whether it is chemically induced or not, that I can't say. So, but he bitched enough in New England that New England traded his ass to the Cardinals because he's a malcontent. That's true too. Wait. Well, let me finish. So he gets traded. He gets traded to the Cardinals because he's a malcontent, and then we pick him up. But we don't forget the history. Don't forget the player. Okay. So whether it was chemically induced or not, there was an issue with Chandler Jones. So now, like I said, when there are players that don't want to play here, and I'm going to call them by their effing names, Derek effing Carr, okay, Darren effing Waller. If you don't want to play and you want to take your football and go home because you're upset, I don't want you on my team either, Jack. I don't. Okay.
Well, the number one player you just mentioned, I disagree. Number two player, I agree. So, but I hope, honestly, for the Raiders, being a selfish Raiders fan versus being a human being, if we can cut his salary, it would be fucking amazing. Can you imagine having all that salary over the next 2 years on our team?
Yeah,
so
right.
Yes.
Right.
So yes. But at the same time,
the point is
McShady. It's like I don't feel that at all.
Why? It's not it's not shady if you're trying to help your team.
Oh,
Jack.
it's McShady.
It doesn't matter. It's not shady if you're trying to help your team. If you're trying to help, and the reason why I don't like you calling him McShady is because the Raiders are trying to help him, Jack. They've done everything above board in trying to help him out.
Is it really or is it all McDaniels? Because you look at the history from the Denver Broncos to the Raiders, all the players that all the high star players we have, and they are sign new contracts and then you're gone. So until McDaniel shows me something, my opinion is not going to change on him. So let's see next year.
And my opinion is what you have what your opinion is your opinion, and I think you're wrong, and you think I'm wrong.
Well,
and that's not going to change.
Here's the crazy thing: in Las Vegas, the betting odds right now at 6-1
is that
which is the
McDaniels
highest.
will be the first one fired. Okay.
And there's millions upon millions of dollars above the next person that's 6-1. So what does that say to our team and say to our fan base? And I mean, I really want him to exceed. I want for me to say, hey, Josh, I'm sorry for calling you McShady, and I'm sorry for calling you McNuts.
The other word. Yeah.
Yeah. I really want to do that because you know what? I don't care. I just want our Raiders team to win. And I have people coming at me like in John L. saying, I'm going to punch you in the face because you're talking about
wrong.
our coach.
That's wrong.
Well, it is wrong. But you know what? That's what I get. But you know what? Honestly, it's like I just want us to win. I don't care. But when there's blame to be put on a certain person, and which is so sad that we're talking about this right now, absolutely being so excited. We're coming up on our first game.
Mm-hmm.
Our first game, and we're talking about CJ, and we're talking about McDaniels versus talking about a Raiders team that will take the Denver Broncos to the house. And I have that right now. It's like I think we're going to win like 27, like 13, maybe 16.
Jack, I don't care what the score is. Just like I said, just win, baby. All you need to do is win by one.
Absolutely. That's all you need to do. But it's like I see us beating the Broncos, and I see us going up. Mm-hmm. And I also, like, you know, I read or I saw something. So no more than 70 snaps per any person on the team.
Okay.
So there's going to be some rotation in. On offense, there's going to be some rotation on defense.
Yeah.
Because it's the first game of the season, which is good. I mean, shoot, how much rotation do we have on the offensive line against the Chargers last year? It was like a 50-50 thing. There was more rotation on offensive line than defensive line.
It was like we were still going through training camp.
Yeah, exactly. So I can see that. So I applaud McDaniels. Okay, I said his name. For like doing that because you know what? It's the first game of the season. We had a couple weeks off between training camps and like his scrimmages. These guys like they're still being in shape. We don't want to injure anyone. We want the whole season to go that way.
Mm-hmm. No, I would just say that Raiders are doing all in their power for the players. I thank you. Players also need to take responsibility to do right. If I saw Max say something, then I would. Okay. And that's why I said the Raiders organization, in the way that they are handling this situation, is above board. They're not throwing him under the bus. They're trying to get him help. And he's sinking himself, Jack. His posts and his videos are it's like from somebody that really is not touching reality. Okay.
Well, okay, I got two points on that. McDaniel's response to his post was very cold.
Okay.
He was very cold. Read it again. It's not how are you doing? If someone from the Raiders organization, from me, Ziegler, or anyone else reach out, you should answer. It's not how are you doing? What's going on? Tell me about it. He was cold.
Remember where his coaching tree is.
I don't care about the coaching tree.
No, that's important. That's important.
That's why Bill Belichick's tree doesn't work. That's any player, as any coach.
To be determined. To be determined.
So ask you this.
Yes, Mike effing Vrabel.
Okay, Vrabel's the best.
Mike effing Vrabel.
Okay, that's one.
I got that right there. And Charlie Wise in college.
Oh, well, that's college. Not college, not Charlie Wise in pro.
It doesn't matter, though. Did any of his coaches work? And all of those coaches that went to other teams, Mangini, Crennel, A-hole boy,
and they all sucked ass.
And they also what is the common denominator out of that between you say his personality. You know what the
You
other
can't-
common
you can't
denominator
connect
is?
with your
They all went to
players.
teams that sucked. They all went to teams that sucked.
Well, they all went to teams
Mangini
that
went to
suck.
the Jets. They all went to teams as coaches that sucked.
But if you can't connect with your players and you're talking to your players like that, you're never going to have a relationship, and the players are not going to want to play for you. Have you ever had a man? Let me ask you this. Out of all the work that you've done, regardless of the company, if your manager's really cool and treats you well, do you want to work harder for that manager versus like a manager is like, oh, if we call you, then you need to answer the phone. He could have done that, and he didn't do that. He's not. That is a reason from day one that I talked about Mick Nuts, because he has no personality to be a head coach. He's an offensive coordinator. He can't rule the roost because he can't connect with the players. As a head coach, look at the Rich Bisaccia. Okay, he has no reason being a head coach.
Okay, let me ask
he's
you
put us
Jack,
ahead because he's a player's coach.
Jack, let me ask a question, okay?
Okay, ask me the question. I asked you a question, but you didn't answer.
Yeah. No, I said I don't care what the coach does. It's the results. And Leo DeRocher was an a-hole. He was an a-hole, and he got things done. Casey Stengel had his way, and he got things done. Connie Mack, because you were talking about managers, Connie Mack was stoic and hard and was like granite. But wait, no, I want to say the F word. I want to say the F word. And now I'm going to throw out you the Lombardi and Don Shula are not people that you invite to your house for a hug. And I'll even throw you another one. Tom Landry had the personality of a wet mop, but he was a winning coach. So you got Lombardi, Landry, and Shula. These are not guys that are full of warmth. They're not, Jack. I don't give a flying foxtrot.
I can't argue with that, Cap.
Foxtrot.
I can't argue with that.
Yes.
But, we have another guy that we all love and respect in John Madden.
But it worked for him, and it worked for Tom Flores.
Is it working for McDaniels?
You have one fucking season. I can't see. You got me to fucking cuss.
No, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
One season.
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
I'm sorry, Roku, but I tried.
No, that's on you, Cap. I'm not swearing.
Yeah, it is on me. It is on me because this is what you're doing, Jack. And I'm not supposed to cuss. You guys can.
I'm not cussing. I'm calm.
I know. But because you're pissing me off, Jack. I'm giving you all of these different things, and you're just.
Well, I'll give you a big hug. I'll give you a big hug, and then we can talk again.
Yeah, well, you owe me a pizza then too, or a
calzone. You owe me a beer, from the last time we met.
I'll give you a beer. I want a good calzone, and I apologize, Roku, but when people
I do hope you had a good time. At my favorite Mexican restaurant when you came out.
I did.
Okay, good.
I did.
That's my favorite. I took you to my favorite place, bro.
Yeah. I've been poked. Poked.
There's not been one game played, so I will say this to Raiders Nation: McDaniels can prove himself. I've said this in several chats. He can prove himself, but when I see this stuff, it's like it's detrimental to the team. And when the people that are asking questions like, oh, why is he not here? It is detrimental to the team. and it's private. Yes, maybe it is all him. It could be all on him. But
I believe it is, Jack.
I
really
look at
do.
the history. For me, I'm the opposite spectrum. So I respect you, Cap. Maybe it is 100%. But Chandler Jones has been a stand-up guy. And the last time he had any incident was 2016. That was a long time ago. And he was like when he came on board, he was a captain. And then
Yeah.
McDaniels said he's not a captain anymore. Why did he
No,
even have to
no, you're wrong, Jack. McDaniels never. It wasn't McDaniels' decision to make him a captain.
I know. I'm not saying that, but why did he have to bring it up?
He did bring it up.
He just said he's a veteran. He just said he's a veteran. He's a well-respected player, but he said he's just not a captain.
He's not.
Well, I get that, but why would you say that as a head coach and not support your player?
Look at this one. By the way, I love you, Pink Panther. Why would the players not vote him a captain? That says everything. He's not a captain. Why? Because the team didn't vote him a captain. You know who got voted as a captain his first year? Spillane.
Yeah, I can see that. You know, when I was on SC's channel earlier, just chatting in chat, I said, you're MVP for the defense. I said Spillane. Because I feel like, if we can stop, Denver's run, make them one-dimensional, and they're limited on their wideouts, and Russell Wilson is not the old Russell Wilson of old, I think we got to win.
Yeah, we should. And, Jack, I'd love to have this further because, first off, I got to let my blood pressure go down.
I don't want you to break, Cap. I don't want your blood pressure up. It's like, I want you to come out to visit to Sacramento again so we can have another dinner together and hang out.
Yeah.
But, the thing that I love is that we can have, a debate, and it's a love debate because there's no disrespect between you and I. It's like, and it's no disrespect between us and any Raider Nation person, but we can have a debate. And we'll find out. Literally, we don't know because this is all groundbreaking news, right? Give it a couple weeks, and then one of us will owe an apology to the other.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so because, again, it's the players. I will venture to say this, Jack. Do you ever notice that the players that have trouble with McDaniels are prima donnas? Brandon Marshall. We're going to go back to Denver. Brandon Marshall, prima donna. Darren Waller, prima donna. Derek Carr, prima donna. They're all ultra egotistic, narcissistic. I'm better than the team type of guys. That's my story. I'm going to stick to it on that one.
Okay, you can stick to that. I'll go the opposite perspective on that one. It's like, if you're not in the Patriot way, it's like, your time's overspent. Then you're going to go, I don't believe in that. Carr was the best quarterback we had last year. Carr's the best quarterback we could have had this year. But I love the contract of Jimmy G because he knows his time is super limited. But,
Hey, little Chucky.
So then I guess I had to get asked the one question then.
Make it quick, so I got to get Alfakazi on here, and then Raider Mode should be coming back.
Hey, Alfakazi, salute, brother. Good to see you, bro.
Okay, so, I'm going to bring Alfakazi on here so it'll shut you up so I can get you out of here. Okay?
No, I'm not going to shut my mouth, dude. Hey, Alfakazi, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Go. You finish your question. The floor is yours.
All right. So with that being said, so about prima donnas, is Josh Jacobs really that big of a prima donna and only get about $2 million more than what the franchise tag was?
Did I mention Josh Jacobs?
Well, no.
There's a way.
There's a way. Prima donnas.
Right. There's a way. I brought up prima donnas, but I didn't mention Josh Jacobs because I think Josh.
No, you didn't.
I think Josh Jacobs handled himself. Granted, he was like the little needles. It was the little needles that he had in IG. He gave little needles. But he wasn't disrespectful.
He was
I don't think
only
he was
fighting
ever
for what he's worth,
disrespectful.
Jack, if I can have a chance to
Go
answer.
ahead, sir.
He was only fighting for what he rightfully earned
Right.
and what he's worth.
Agreed.
I see no problem with what he was doing. So no,
Right.
he is not a prima donna.
Agreed.
Exactly.
I totally agree. It's like, but it's what, $2 million to get, the best running back in the NFL back on our team. And we had to go all this way and show the players on our roster going, this is what you have to do in order to get like a new contract. I mean, I think, the Ziegler, McDaniels thing, it's like the NFL is like, we're going to put the pressure on the running backs. And we got just a little better deal than, the New York Giants running back. If we would have done that from day one, happy feelings, happy endings, everyone's happy.
I want a happy ending too, but I got to go to Wild Orchid or the Bunny Ranch to get that.
But why? We talked about all these different players, but why is like $2 million so hard to get when you got the number one running back in the NFL? I mean, right now.
Jack, can I have an answer? Can I give an answer to that?
Sure.
I think he's settled for it. I don't, just so he can move on and move forward. I don't think he's totally happy with it, but he was willing to come to terms. Okay, look, this is where we're at. The season's about to start. You know what? Like, it's not what is ideal. I've always maintained that I believed he was fighting. It's not the amount, it's the length of the contract, because it's only 1 year. For me, it was never about that. It was about longevity and getting some sort of security. So after this year, he's basically on his own again. You know what I mean?
Well, next year we can sign him to another franchise tag.
Let me finish. So that's always been my argument, is that like it was never about the money, the amount, the total amount. It's the longevity of it, and being only 1 year. I think like he's settled for it and he's ready to move forward with it. But that's just my take.
I agree with that. And next year the Raiders will probably franchise tag him again.
Or if he doesn't play well, they can just let him test the market. So it brings me back to my point. He's on his own again. He's having to prove himself again. So not an ideal situation for Josh Jacobs. I get it from a business perspective, from the Raiders standpoint. But look, like we've kind of moved on from that. It's like Josh Jacobs is here. He signed the dotted line. He's ready to play. Let's move on.
So Ozzy, what do you think about like the whole Chandler Jones thing?
You keep calling me Ozzy. I'm not Ozzy. Avocado.
Sorry.
That's Avocado. Ozzy's in the chat. That's Ozzy.
Sorry,
That's Ozzy. The Port Adelaide is Ozzy. That's Avocado.
I call Port.
Just call me AR, Joe.
All right, AR, bro. So tell me what you think about like Chandler Jones.
I didn't get a word of that.
Yeah, you're breaking up, Jack. Say it again.
Oh, Chandler Jones. What do you think of that situation?
Well, first things first, like hello to everyone in the chat. I cannot see your comments because I'm on my phone. And Jack, salute to you. Good to see you. And of course, Captain Jack, salute shipmate. Very sad state of affairs. I mean, I don't think, unless it comes from Chandler Jones's perspective, I don't think the Raiders are going to come out and give the full scope of what's going on. I mean, I think there's more
because of HIPAA.
No,
they can't.
But I think there's more to what is going on. If you follow the crumbs, the fact that the players, to your point, didn't vote him as a captain, the fact that he's been out of training camp, and like all these little things that he's been putting out on IG, there's something not right with Chandler. I personally think this is I don't think he's going to take another snap as a Raider. I think he's gone. Like I think the best thing for him would be to step away from football and get some help, because there's something not right there. And I hope whatever is going on, he can find himself the help that he needs. But yeah, it's a very unfortunate situation to finally get past what was, it looked like our last distraction being the Josh Jacobs situation. Going into the season, it's like, right, we've got no off the field distractions. Everything's a go. We can just concentrate on the football side of things, and then a couple of days out from our first season opener, here we are. You know what I mean? Off the field distractions. Chandler Jones has done what he's done, and something's going on with him, and it is causing a bit of a distraction. I just hope it doesn't lead to, the performance on the field not being up to scratch because of said distraction. But I don't know. I think Chandler Jones needs to step away from football. And like, I don't even know if we could trade him if we wanted to. I mean, who's going to want to touch him? If you were another team, would you want to give up even a 7th round pick for someone who's going through some shit? I wouldn't.
No.
And a player who's on the decline, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, look, he needs help, and I hope he gets it. But I don't see him. I think maybe we've seen the last of him as a Raider, which is unfortunate. And at the end of the day, it will probably go down as one of the poorer free agent signings that the Raiders ever had, because he didn't play even close to how much we paid him. Very unfortunate.
Yeah,
that's my take.
And again, there's no hate for Chandler Jones. Okay, the guy that it's obviously now you have to look at getting the person well. Okay, if he's having it, and I said this yesterday on the show and Jack's usually around for the show. I said, first reports are almost always wrong. You don't get the gist of everything that's going on. There's a lot of things that we don't know about, and the Raiders are playing the best that they can with what they're not throwing them under the bus because they don't want to be sued for HIPAA. Okay, this is a HIPAA issue. Okay, and they're doing things above board as best as they can. And then when they bring the lady over there that is from the CTR, was it like the and then Chandler goes, "Ooh, they're trying to get me to do this and that," and the videos and him taking a picture of her badge, that just smacks as somebody that needs help, Jack. And when you're saying that Chandler Jones said that the Raiders were going after his baby mama, that's Chandler Jones, the same guy that needs help, saying this. I said, what's the source on that? If the source is the guy that is having the issues, that tells you all you need to know.
Just on that, Captain Jack, I didn't like that he shared out that that healthcare workers information. I thought that was wrong.
That's PII. That's personally identified. The next thing he could have done would be
only doing a job and only trying to help.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I didn't like that, but it goes to show, like, if you're a professional athlete and you're doing stuff like that, for me, it just another screams that something's going on. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Okay, so I got a little different take. So this has come from Wi-Fi's channel. It's like the license.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's from Wi-Fi's channel,
I know, but you know what? I'm just repeating what I heard. The license is expired, and she works directly for the Raiders. And then when she read like the text messages that he put out, that what she said, I'll put out other text messages, she changed her mind. So I don't know. I mean, it's all speculation. I'm not going one way or the other. All I know is I want Chandler Jones on our defense. He needs to be there. Man, the guy's got 112 sacks in his career. The guy's flipping good. We need that in every single game that we play. So I don't know what's really going on. I don't know why it's going on, why it's happening, and why does it only happen to our team? Why is it not going on to other teams?
Well, you don't know that.
AB and Alden Smith. It's like
Jack. Alden Smith had issues with the Niners. AB had issues with the Steelers. It not just doesn't happen to us. It's the people that they have issues with.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want this stuff. I want a solid, unified team that plays together. We don't have these distractions going into week one.
Well, it brings me back to the draft. That's why we didn't take it. We didn't take a flyer on a guy who was sitting there right for us to take. He was sitting there on our lap, basically the best defensive prospect in the draft, being what's his name, Carter. We passed on him because, to your point, we can't afford to gamble on these kind of off the field issues anymore.
Yeah.
So we took Tyree Wilson, and on that note, you know what? Like, if we do move forward without Chandler Jones, it's going to be interesting and hopefully exciting to see, right? Because it's going to be one or two guys who's going to step in. It's going to be either Tyree Wilson. I was hoping we were going to give him more time to develop, but he might not have that time. We might just, Chandler Jones is out, we're going to throw you into the fire and see if he can pop straight away. If he doesn't, like, it doesn't matter so much, but still, trial by fire. Or we're going to give the starting spot to a guy like Malcolm Kuntz, a guy who's in his third year had to fight his way to make the regular season squad. He did just that in preseason. Hopefully this is his year, you know what I mean? Like, he's had 2 years to develop. He hasn't really worked himself into the rotation at the very least, which is what I was hoping for. Maybe this is his time to shine. Maybe this is his opportunity, and hopefully, he doesn't blow. He doesn't blow it. He makes the most of it. So it's going to be exciting to see if, very unfortunate circumstances with Chandler Jones, but if it's one of those two guys, let's see what they can do.
And if you remember last year when McDaniels first came here, Kuntz was in the doghouse.
Yeah,
Kuntz was in the doghouse, right?
Many times.
And he's on this team because he busted his ass this year. Okay, if he didn't bust his ass, Jack, he wouldn't be on the team. They would have kept Plant, the kid out of Nevada. Okay, which by the way I didn't see on the practice squad. I hope he comes back. But yeah. But like I said, they kept Kuntz because he showed himself and he worked for it. Okay, he worked for it.
I hope so, because Kuntz is always like the kid that is now just barely cracking the roster every year. I hope he shows out. I mean, honestly, it's like, another Buffalo kid, after Khalil Mack, it's like, they get him. Man, I hope he can show up. I do. I hope he's not like Arden Les Key.
Arden almost Key. It was like I said, Jack, to your point, you get 2 years concessions to show at least sufficient development. But by your third year, you really know where a player's at. They either got it or they don't. And hopefully this is Malcolm Kuntz's time to shine. Because I've said this and that about Malcolm Kuntz, but on the positive side, whenever he's seen the field, it's never a lack of effort. I always see effort from the guy. You know what I mean? So hopefully this is if he gets that opportunity to start, because we still want to just give Tyree Wilson time to ease his way into the roster.
Right, and I firmly
because of the
believe
injury. You know what I mean? That would have been the more ideal situation. But now that the Chandler Jones situation has kind of arisen, it's kind of thrown into a wrench in the works. It's like, all right, what do we do? We're going to put in our first round draft pick, or we're gonna roll with Malcolm Kuntz and see if he's got it.
I'm excited
for whichever way it goes. It's going to be it's going to turn out for us in the end.
So no one's going to have more than 70 snaps, what McDaniel said. No more than 70 snaps. So there's going to be a lot of rotation going on, guys. So I hope all these guys prove themselves. And I would love to forget Chandler Jones. I'm sorry, the politics of the stuff. Man, I live in California, so everything's politics. So I hope next year it's all Tyree 100%, and Mad Max. It's like having those guys, and then we get a defensive tackle that can actually push the middle. That's what I want to see, because you know what? Last year we had no DTs that pushed the middle. Yes, my Notre Dame boy came in for a couple games, did well, and then he faded away and caused a bad penalty. And Nichols.
No, the officials called the wrong friggin' penalty, because that shouldn't have been a damn 15-yard penalty. It should have been a 5-yard penalty, and that was it. It was the officials that Jerry Tillery during the Ram game knocked the ball out. They called a 15-yard personal foul, which was the wrong penalty. It should have been a 5-yard delay of game. That is by the rule book. And Mundungus, you haven't been here because Jack is so anti-McDaniels, he should be wearing Bronco orange and blue.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. I believe this right here, brother. Cap, I showed you this cap right here. I'm wearing it right now because I respect you.
Yeah, but Mundungus says, well, what are you going to see with McDaniels? I said, I want to see what McDaniels can do. The donkeys, and now that's because you're going to be a butthole there, Mundungus.
I just want McDaniels to prove me. Honestly, Captain, brother, I want him to prove me wrong, to show me he's the best head coach ever. But everything that he's done from start to now doesn't show me that. I want him to be that way. Man, what if John Gruden had no call in the draft and let Mayock call the picks? And I love Ziegler because Ziegler calls the picks. He doesn't let McDaniels do that. He lets
Well,
McDaniels call the plays on the play.
Mayock and Gruden have a very bad track record of both picks and contracts. That's why we have $25 million in dead cap that we still are paying out. Okay. And that's not fully on Gruden. It's not fully on Mayock, but the both of them together were a nightmare. Okay.
Well, I got to say that's exciting next year. It's like to have that $30 million, come off the books, and we could use that for players.
Jack, I'm right there with you to a point, to an extent. I've never been a Josh McDaniels guy. I didn't want him from the start. We hired him. I gave him a chance. I wasn't impressed with how it went last year. I was very disappointed, and he hadn't proved me that he was the guy moving forward. However, this is a new season. I've laid off the criticism from last season. I'm willing to give him a chance. I'm going to ride with him. New season, new start. He's brought in more of his guys. You know what I mean? He's had a full draft class to deal with instead of just, we only, because of the Devontae trade, we only picked what? The first pick was in the third round. So with his own roster and with a full draft class and a new season, I'm going to give him a chance. I'm going to ride with him, see what he can do, and if he can prove to be the guy, fantastic. You know what I mean?
Jack, I got to get you out of here because Avakazi waited and waited and waited, and Mode is back. So don't say that I didn't do like the whole friggin' show.
It's been a while since we've done a show together. Yes, I'm glad. I'm going to give him every chance he has. I want him to win 100%. I want an undefeated season. I love my Raiders, but I want him to prove me wrong. And when he proves me wrong, Cap, then I will salute to him, and I will salute to you that he proved me wrong. Until that time comes, he needs to earn my respect as a Raiders fan. I've seen too much stuff over the years, and we've had great coaches in the past, and I need to see a leader of men. Which I have not seen this guy done. So, guys, I will tap out. Raider Nation, love you. Our game is so close. The season's here. Let's do it. Let's go Raiders.
All right. Thanks again there, Jack. Okay. But AR, I'm going to bring Mode in here as well because we had a 3-screen. And Mode had to leave because he knew that Jack and I were going to be on for a while. So I'm going to let you we got like almost 15 minutes. I'm going to let you guys talk. I ain't going to say it. Well, I shouldn't say I promise not to say a word. I'm going to try not to say a word. Go ahead, gentlemen.
Well,
first off, how's everyone doing tonight?
Good. Stay time where I'm at, but salute to you.
Shoo. It's around 1946 out here.
7:46. Okay. So you're on the West Coast. Gotcha.
Yep.
Right.
Man. One, I'm excited for Sunday. I really am. It's going to be an interesting matchup. I think it's going to be a very close matchup. But I still think that we could pull this one off. I don't believe Denver has a strong enough offense yet. And it's going to come down to whose defense is, I'm not going to say worse, but whose defense is not prepared more.
Right. I'm actually only going to be on for a short amount of time, and then I'm going to dip. So I'll leave you guys to finish up.
What you were saying earlier, mate. I agree with you. I was not 100% with McDaniels coming in. I'm pretty sure a lot of us were not 100% with him coming in. A lot of us who are pretty old enough to remember him back in Denver.
Yeah, I remember.
Know his track record.
Early days as a Raider fan, I remember his time in Denver, and I wasn't impressed then. It
No.
wasn't good.
And he still has a lot to prove. He still has a lot to prove.
Right.
And based off of last year, he didn't really prove very much.
At the end of the day, what is the only thing that really matters for a head coach? What's
Wins.
the number one stat? Wins. And losses.
Wins.
Yeah. We came into
Right.
that season not in a rebuild, but a retool. And the fact that we only came away with 6 wins, I'm not saying it's all on him, but at the end of the day, that's the measuring stick for a head coach. And I wasn't impressed, but I'm going to give him a chance. I'm going to ride with him this season.
Yeah. If Mark and Carroll want to keep him on, we all have to stay behind Mark and Carroll. At the end of the day, this is their team. It ain't like if they're going to listen to the fans anytime, any soon.
Right. Well, there's a reason why us fans are on the couch and they're in the office, right? Because they're the ones who are the professionals, know what they're doing. They're in the zone. You know what I mean?
Captain.
So, you know.
No, it's true. It's true. Like I said, I say, you guys bitch. I said, I will defer to anybody that has a modicum 1 minute of professional time as a coach.
Right.
Professional. Now, I've been a high school coach. I can at least say that, okay? But
I'm just
a modicum of 1 minute in the NFL doing any job, if you can show me 1 minute, I will say, hey, you've done the job. Otherwise, F-O and die, okay? It's your opinion. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. You know, I've already spoken my piece about McDaniel. Like, at the end of the day, I am going to try and trust the process and just stay patient with him. And hopefully he does prove to be the guy this season, starting from this season moving forward. And if he is, fantastic. I'm not the kind of content creator that wishes for the misfortune for our team just because so I can come out and say, yeah, I told you so. You know what I mean? No, I don't want that.
Yeah, no.
I want him
We
to
all
win.
want to
I want him to win. If he's winning, we're winning. That means fantastic. Happy days. We're a Raider fan after all. You know what I mean? We want success for our team.
And like I said, I don't know Wi-Fi personally, but from what I understand, when he mentioned his name on the thing, I'm like, I don't watch Wi-Fi because some of the posts that Wi-Fi has had, it's all about Derek Carr. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear about a guy that's not on our team anymore. Okay, if you're a Raider content creator, then talk about Raider players, and that's why I don't watch Wi-Fi.
I love Derek Carr dearly. I always believed in him. He was my guy. He's gone. We got to move on. Roll with who we got. Like, I don't care what he's doing in with the Saints. I don't give a shit. I only care about, okay, who have we got now? Jimmy G is our starter. For me, it's an unknown quantity because admittedly, I haven't watched much, if any, of Jimmy G play. I only care about Raider football.
He's only had one series. Yeah, he had one series.
One series.
In preseason,
right.
I want to see what he does under live fire in the regular season when it counts. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm gonna give him a chance and see what happens. I mean, if he doesn't prove to be the guy, then look, we've got a young guy who's there who showed a lot of promise in preseason. So, if he ain't it, then let's throw in O'Connell and see what he can do. Another trial by fire situation, but hopefully it will never come to that because Jimmy G turns out to be the guy and runs this offense efficiently enough for us to succeed on that side of the ball. I'm more concerned about the defensive side of the ball. That's still an unknown quantity for me. I'm going to be very interested to see. I mean, signs are positive in the preseason, but it's preseason, you know what I mean? And in training camp. I just want to see it translate onto the field. I'm not asking them to be all this and all that, just to be good enough to give our offense, if they can perform to the best of their ability. There's no reason why our offense shouldn't be able to put up points, score, as long as quarterback situation is, like I said, as long as whoever's that quarterback, Jimmy G, is able to run the offense efficiently. We've got the guys at every position. There's no reason why we shouldn't succeed there. It's the defensive side of the ball. There's a lot of question marks. with just about every positional group. Now defensive end is another one. You know what I mean? We thought we were good at defensive end. Now that Chandler Jones probably won't play, and we might not see him as a Raider again, there's another question mark. Who's going to be the other guy on the other side? Is it going to be Tyree? Is it going to be Malcolm Collins? And will one of those guys be able to step up and play good enough to be able to produce? But there's you look at interior, we kind of touched on it before. That's still an unknown quantity. You know what I mean? We've got guys there, but still we don't have an unproven starter, a proven starter yet. Linebacker, we're hoping Spillane is the guy, the team captain. Divine Diablo, another guy. We're hoping he takes a third-year leap and proves to be the guy. Secondary,
we're hoping Marcus comes in.
We're hoping Marcus Peters, can find his form and mojo again. And then we got a lot of young guys like Nate Hobbs. We're hoping he can have another guy, third-year guy, hoping he can have a third-year leap and find that form again that he showed in rookie season. And then on the other side, you got Jacorian Bennett, who might be starting out on the outside next to Marcus Peters, and we're hoping that he can pop straight from the get-go. And even safety, Trayvon Murray, Marcus Epps. I mean, Marcus Epps is a veteran, but I'm looking at Trayvon Murray, again, another player who needs to take that third-year leap and show that he has it rather than, he hasn't really developed so far as well as what we hoped, being that when we drafted him, we thought he could be the guy. He still hasn't proven it yet. There's signs there, but like I said, there's question marks on every positional group, and I'm just hoping it all finds itself together, and then we can have a defense that can keep our offense, our high-power offense scoring and enough to keep us in position to win these games and stay in winning positions. That's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see a repeat of last season where we had the foot on the throat and we let up and then we end up losing. You know what I mean? Like if we got the foot on the throat, keep it there until the
eight one-score game losses. 8 one-score game losses. The year before we had six. We had 6 one-score game wins. It was a total flip, and we need to see it come back. So we need to see that. Gentlemen, I got about. Yeah, I was gonna say I got to get out in about 3 minutes. AR, thank you for coming in, sir. Always a pleasure.
Thanks for having me, Captain Jack. And Mo, was it?
Yes, sir.
It's Raider Mode.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Mo. You guys have yourself a good evening. It's daytime for me. I'm actually on vacation, so I'm gonna carry it. I just finished at the gym, so I'm gonna have a shower and then carry on with my day. So salute everyone in the chat. Hopefully, when we come together again, it's gonna be celebrating a great Raider victory. So
hopefully
Raider
so.
Nation. All right.
There you go.
I'll see you.
Got it. That's Afakazi Raider, otherwise known as AR. Thanks for being here. To get you caught up on the game, Kansas City has scored 2 field goals the last 2 times that they were able to. They're up 20-14. Detroit is driving. Remember, they're only down 6 points.
Yeah, and so far from what I've been hearing, it's been a pretty good matchup tonight.
Yeah.
It's an improvement from what we saw from last year's Thursday nights.
And I said, as long as you're doing good, and again, the Detroit flag got to be a holding. Just by where everybody, the Detroit needs to do this. I can't stand John Hussey, and it's funny because I didn't really know anything about the officials until it's defensive holding. Good, I like that better. But now that I do my shows with Ref Guru, who knows about the officials, please be sure to watch NFL Nation Live with us next week, starting at 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific. Then I'm going to do a cussing show, although I cussed tonight because Kenna got me all pissed off. I dropped like 3 or 4 F-bombs.
That's a lot of editing, Captain.
No, I can't edit it. It's gone. It's out. So, and we're at 1:57, so I got about 3 minutes to go. Mode, thanks for coming on, brother.
Hey, anytime, Captain.
I appreciate you coming back in. And things are good?
Oh, yeah, things are good.
Okay, and are we still possibly online for the 2 seats?
I'm still looking for it. I'm still looking at it.
Let me know because I gotta put those up on the the cell block pretty soon.
Alrighty.
All right. Okay. Take care there, Mode.
All right. See you, Captain.
Got it. Take care. That's Raider Mode, who's doing well. We are near the end of the show. That is a first down. So it is 9 minutes. 9 minutes in running. Chiefs have got, or sorry, the Lions have got a first down. Like I said, man, all it takes is 1 point. You know, a touchdown and 1 point. Just don't leave Kermit the Frog a lot of time. We're at 158. Thanks for being here. Remember, next Thursday, a start from 6 o'clock Eastern until 11 o'clock. 5 hours of broadcasting about. We'll be here. I will be here. Hopefully Jack won't piss me off again. But thanks for everybody for being here, and take care of yourselves. Dude, get the ball. Yes, there you go. Nice strike. Oh, yeah, baby. And he ran. He's close. It's close to the 12-yard line. I got to get out of here. Take care, everybody. We'll see you. Remember, like, share, and get this up.